accessories, they offer trainings, and the main aim is to globalize the world. That's transferring from the analog to the digital world. What a big dream, and especially from Africa. That's really wonderful. And I'm just saying a bit, he can tell us more and more about himself. So tell us about K Global Tech Limited. What is it all about? Like, what are the services? Throw more light on that.
Thank you very much, madam. As you rightly said, my name is Kuma Godlove. But if you are not from my village, I know everybody is not from my village, and the name may be difficult. You can call me K Global. I am one of the founders of K Global Tech. And it took me so long just to come up with a name. It's when I wanted to go into the field of entrepreneurship. That's when I understood that being an entrepreneur demands a lot. And the key for you to succeed is consistency. If you are able to maybe construct a house in 1 month, you are really fast. People really know that no, you can deliver fast and so on. But what will keep you moving is consistency. If you build a house for 1 month and you stay for the whole year without doing any work, without doing any stuff, without engaging in any project, then you rest assured that after 5 years, you will see people who are taking 1 year to build a house. You discover that they have already 5 houses. You still have 1 house. So the main thing is consistency. I am a survey technician. I like to use the word technician, though I also have a degree in engineering, that is geomatics engineering. It's all about land surveys. In the layman, we most often call it land surveys. But our mission is to digitize the world. Back then in 2018, I was looking for a way, because I personally, I don't like stress. I don't like stress. I like when things are
very easy,
soft and smart. Because I discovered back then in 2017, and in I worked for about 1 year. I discovered that I was putting a lot of effort and I was not seeing results. From there, I discovered that this is our present generation, our present world of today. For you to make it, working hard is good, but working smart is better. It's not all about maybe getting home in the morning, going out, your neighbors are not even seeing you. 1 month they don't see you, they ask you, like they used to ask, you there for the quartier, all the stuff. Sorry, that one is being caught. But it's putting what you know into practice and going into your talents, what you can do. It's not everything that you can do that you must do it. For instance, me, I am a surveys engineer, though I like to use the word technician. But I'm so passionate about computer. That's not what I studied in school. But with a modern world and with our vision, the vision of our company is to digitize the world. Digitizing the world in the sense that we move from analog to digital. Like if I have my certificate here, I cannot be moving around my certificate all the time. They can steal it. There's even the Amazon crisis. Fire can consume all those stuffs. But with your Gmail, and Gmail has 15 gigabytes of storage, free, that's a free job, that you can use to back up your data. Why not scan your degree or certificate and put it online? If you lost your phone, you log into your email, you are good to go. If you are maybe going for a conference or you apply for a job and all of a sudden maybe you are in a plane going out or on mission and they ask for your certificate and your documents, you don't need to be calling people back in the house that go to this, go to that, go and remove this document and scan and send. It will take you a lot of time. Go to your Gmail, even your phone is missing, you will log into any computer. As long as you have your password and your email address, you are good to go. You log in, download your certificate and you send. And back in the survey field, that is my own field, which I'm so passionate about, it's still all about computer, because almost everything now, if you are not a computer literate, know that you may go fast, but you not go far in this generation. If you don't integrate in the digital world, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, LinkedIn, and so on. There are so many. If you don't integrate there, but rest assured that you'll be selling maybe a handbag like one of like this, the lady in front. You're gonna be selling a handbag, and you're selling them at a very good price. But you discover that your neighbor is leaving Cape Town and going to Douala to go and buy a handbag that you're selling. Why? Because he does not have your number. He's not seeing your status. He's not your friend on Facebook. But if you are on Facebook, you have something like a group, a Facebook group, and you have other even TikTok, Instagram, then you upload all those things regularly. People will get to know about it, and they will contact you. They will contact you, and you sell more. We started this journey back then. I started alone back then in 2018, and I was so much excited about being a CEO, being a boss. But after doing some inquiries, I discovered that being a boss is another thing. But after the title, what next? That is a question. From there, I had to slow down, and I even discovered that the vision that I have, I don't even have a certificate that is related to the field. Me, because my own vision is to make things simple. Like I said in the beginning, I like soft life. I discovered that if I don't go in for modern technology in service, because it's my field, I will not be able to go far. I will not be able to go far because with time, I will really do many things now, but maybe in less than 5 to 10 minutes to 5 to 10 years, 5 to 10 years, sorry, I will not be able to do anything. I will be obsolete. I mean, I'll be outdated.
Yes.
Obsolete. Thank you. I will not be able to fit in. So from there, I came up with the name TK Global Tech. I was looking for people. Having friends to have a friend is very easy. But to have a friend that you can work with, journey with, is very difficult. It's very, very difficult. When I was looking for people to partner with, I discovered that people want sharp. People want things to happen now. People have money. They say, if I give you 10 million now, you put in that our thing that you are calling K Global Tech. How long are you going to take to generate? How are you going to generate that money? Because with the crisis and other stuffs in Bamenda, and you are even based, and our headquarters is here in Bamenda, I was running just for about 6 months. But when we were still planning, people were like not believing. But the first thing that we have to take into consideration as an entrepreneur is that you are the first motivation. You motivate yourself. You don't allow people to. You don't think that people are going to tell you that no, it's good, it's bad before you go. You have to set your goals and follow. And when you set your goals and follow, at the beginning, if those who are already in the field, they can testify that at the beginning they were alone. People don't believe. People are just feeling like people are praying that you should fail, so that they say that we don't talk. Sorry that I'm using the pidgin, but that's a common way. Yes, we said it that you're going to fail. You think that they just get up one day and they go open a company? No, you have to motivate yourself and be consistent. And when you start, nothing is difficult, but everything is difficult till you start.
That's right, and that's wonderful. The entrepreneurial world is not for those who are weak-minded. That you have to have within you that energy that is constant. It's not being weighed down by happenings around you, what people say, as you're saying. So it's a lonely path. At times, it takes late nights, late mornings. You get up walking on that path until you reach your dreams. So how has it been your path, like from that idea stage that you had it in mind that this is what I'm seeing ahead of me? How did you transfer from that idea stage to reality of what you have presently? What process? Because there are so many entrepreneurs here, so many youth. If you ask them, they have so many ideas. I want to do this. I want to put this in action. But to put it on paper or try to take the action is sometimes you can even be depressed when you look at the challenges. Like I was talking with one, he's a doctor, and he wants to come up with a platform that has to do with health issues. So he started working on the process. At the point, he said, "No, it's not easy." Getting on the entrepreneurial path, or you want to make a real change in the real world, it's not always easy. It's a lonely path for you today. So how was it on your own path before you got to this stage? Do you have cake, take being a reality? How was it? How was the process?
It's really, I can say, it's really, just for this short time, I cannot really explain. I can say the summary is that it's God. It's God. It's God, but I will explain. It's God because, and as the first speaker said, you cannot be praying every day that it should God should bless you when you have nothing. Because if you take nothing, multiply by 0, it's going to give you nothing. So with God, you cannot when you're working with God, there are a lot of things that you cannot really explain, like they are like miracle, but you must work. But miracle is not something like you just get a one day. It's not magic that will tell you that I will make this table to turn white, and then they blindfold you, you begin to see it to be white. From the beginning, I used 2 years to plan. After the 2 years, I discovered that I was doing nothing. I was doing nothing. From 2018 to 2020, I discovered I was doing nothing. And as young people, between the ages of 20 to 30, you are so passionate, you have a lot of energy. Anything that you see, you just feel like, no, I can do it, I can do that, I can do that. Like, maybe, for instance, you are producing these tables. You are going out there, you see somebody maybe producing this table with wood. When you really know very well that you don't master wood, you are not a carpenter, you master this type of production. You just want to switch there because you hear that the man is making a lot of money, more than how you're making. So you need to be consistent in what you do and trust in yourself. And the highest thing that you need between the ages of 20 to 30 is a mentor. When I had a mentor in 2020, I discovered that I've wasted 2 years. I had a logo, I had a t-shirt, I had a lot of stuff that I just had to burn them. But my logo was not making sense. My business name was just like a village, like when the name of like this village meeting, the name was just like if I tell you the name, you yourself you'll be disappointed at me. So when I met a mentor and we sat, I discovered that all the time was wasted, but I was not discouraged. I said, it's time to go back to the drawing board and start over. Then in 2020, I discovered that if I go into this, if I register a company without a certificate that can cover me in the modern technology, like the GIS that I do, GIS, Geographic Information System, which it's very common. It's just that it's not really common here in Cameroon. Like when you go online, you want to locate a hotel in Yaoundé, you are not used to Yaoundé, you just click hotels, maybe in your locality, they show you, that's the GIS. And even banks and other stuffs, you see that there's only big places that are having those informations online. But that's what Cameroonians are capable of doing. But the limitations, we are unable to go. But up to this moment, it has not been easy. We are in security. We started in July. August, we had the men of the underworld. They had to come and break our company, made away with a lot of items and so on. Then we were thinking that it's over. In early September, we had the second. The visitors came again and made away a lot of items. I was like, I've already put in a lot, the registration and everything. How will I continue? I was feeling like I was making a mistake. But when I go back to the vision, our vision, digitizing the world, and especially the main thing that motivates me is we want to make in such a way that technology can go right down to the layman. The layman. That is, we have been doing that through trainings, through internship. We receive internship students, we train them, we orientate them on how to do what to do immediately after school. But it has not been easy, but with God on our side, at least we are able to achieve what we have today.
Well, that's beautiful. The entrepreneurial part is not for the weak-minded. That's for you to skip, as you said, mentoring is very necessary. It makes you to grow faster instead of wasting your energy, your time. Having a mentor, someone who directs your path, it makes the work or makes you to achieve your dream in a very faster rate. And your vision is to reach out to the world. That's K global. And you being in this part of Africa, most technology came from the West. So how do you balance this reality that we have? Like you from Bamenda and you want to digitalize the entire world. How do you balance this? Because everyone of us know that technology came from that way and reaching us here.
I must say that we are the ones limiting ourselves. The world is a global village. You can get a degree from US without necessarily going there. You must not go to US before you get a degree there. And you just need a connection. You just need internet connection. Know what to do. The YouTube is there. We have a YouTube channel too. YouTube is there to educate you. You just need to understand what you want, then define your goals and objectives. And as you are going online, especially on LinkedIn, if you are not a member, if you are not having an account in LinkedIn, try to check, because there you meet great people. When you meet people there, you see job adverts, you see a lot of opportunities. You know exactly what to do at every point in time. So, in our own local level, I will say local because we are on a developed country and we're still trying to catch up. And even when you go online at times and you realize that you're from Cameroon, in some websites, it's just like this guy is not serious, because the nature of our country, at times people look at Cameroonians to be like they're not straight. They like passing through the back door. So even when you're dealing in the domain of IT, when you're working with people online, like you're trying to buy online, you're trying to link all the people, you're trying to get a lot of information, you will discover that most people will think that you're a scammer. You're a scammer. They will not really give you much attention. They will not give you the attention that you really deserve. But you have to start from your profile. When you start from your profile, you must start from somewhere. So when you build your profile and you put in the information and you brand yourself, for the first thing, if you are someone that is thinking about entrepreneurship, you know that you are supposed to start brand yourself, stand out of the crowd, and from there, even people in US will call you, will get to you, will be like, who is this guy? You're interesting. Your activities are good and so on. And the first thing that you need to consider when you are doing branding is your logo. Your logo. We have some logos here, and don't be surprised that as an entrepreneur you can go to a conference, you prepare everything, and they'll only go and ask you, what is the meaning of your logo? What is the meaning of your logo? You need to explain it and make people to understand that your logo, you actually have a focus. You have a focus from your logo and other stuffs. And with that, and when you start from the logo, you build your business, come out with banners and flyers and so on. You create a Facebook page, LinkedIn and so on. As you're building, at the beginning, it's as if you are just wasting time. But after some time, you will see the impact. You see the impact, and you discover that where you're coming from does not really matter if you know where you're going to.
Exactly.
And where you're coming from should not never be a limitation. You should know exactly when you know exactly where you're going to, your background has nothing to do.
That's right, and we're all. I think we ourselves as individuals, we are brands. You're a brand. I'm a brand. Everybody here is a brand. Not just what we see, right?
Yes.
We agree. You're
Right.
a brand. I'm also a brand. All of us are brand, and we are all unique. So tell us more of the essential services that your company offers.
We deal basically K Global Tech deals with ICT, information communication and technology, and GIS, geographic information system. With geographic information system, you can be able to sit here. You win American lottery and you're about to go out. You have all the information. They give you where you're going to stay, the city, and so on. You can go online with geographic information system. You study that place, and when you arrive America, you move like you. I mean, the way you walk around and the way you do things, they will think that you have been there for years, that you have mastered the area very well. Because with the help of internet, you can access anywhere at any time. So, in our own level, we want to make sure that we put that into practice. Like here in Bamenda, if somebody is looking for this hall, she'll be able to come here directly. That's with the help of GIS. You just go online. If you type online places like Our and Sons, you can easily find them online. Blue Pearl Hotel, and so many. That's the work of a GIS expert. And in the domain of ICT, we discovered that most vulnerable people, especially people like orphans, less privileged, they really like technology. They like to go into the technical world and integrate themselves. Also work on phone, Android phone, computer, and so on, like the other people are doing, but they don't have the means. So it's because of that we went into computer sales. We sell computers, but we don't just sell computers like the other people sell. We sell according to your own tax. Someone who is doing graphic design cannot be buying the same computer with someone who is a typist, who is maybe a secretary somewhere using only Microsoft, because the computer will not be able to save you. So when people come to us, we provide those services so that when people come to us, we orientate them and we make them to know exactly what they are buying and to know exactly what they buy. Is it going to serve the purpose, and so on and so forth. And we have really subsidized the prices for the less privileged, especially students. When they come from internship, we will check their computers and they're not really meeting up. We can do a swap, or we try to negotiate and see how we will help them. We also do documentation. I call it digital documentation because for us, we don't do documentation like any other person. We do documentation in such a way that we try to maximize your time. People don't have time. Most people don't have patience, especially young people. So in the documentation service that we provide, we make sure that everything is digital. You can connect to WhatsApp on the computer. You can send the document through Bluetooth and other stuff. We also do hardware, software, and general comments.
Okay, that's wonderful. Extended service there, and you also do train people.
Yes, madam.
And I'm sure through that you're able to multiply your influence.
Yes,
for the 5 months that you've existed, 5, right?
Six
okay,
months.
6 months that you've been.
We launched the K Global Tech it's in my training point. It was launched on the 23rd of July 2022. We have been running for about 6 months now. And we started in July, and with the impact that we created in the society, we were able to have 5 internship students who are doing computer engineering in the University of Bamenda. And after, when they finished and they went back to school, the director was really amazed. He was really amazed with the work and what I've learned and so on. So he decided to visit our place to see where we are and so on. It's really a privilege to host the director of Cortec. We had the privilege to host him in our company, and when he came and he saw our vision in digitizing the world, making things simple and making, because in countries like America, China, Europe, every day they are working to see that they eliminate manual labor. Somebody gets up in the house, there's a machine to dry clean, there's a machine to cook, there's a robot to do this, wash dresses, machines and so on. So when he saw all that vision, when the director of NSET saw that vision, he's of Cortec rather, director of Cortec, when he saw the vision, he's the one recommending internship students to us. Like we have some that will be signing in on the 6th of February, and from there we continue to try our best. And the best thing that you can do in life to go far is to be a servant, and that's what we're trying to do. We are three founders. There are three founders of K Global Tech. We are three of us. I'm a civil engineer, we have an electrical engineer, and an agricultural engineer. We are blending our resources together to make sure that our little works that we do together can go an extra mile to touch lives.
And I'm sure through that you're able to multiply your influence amongst people, amongst communities. That because it has to do with transferring that vision to the next people. So that even if you are not there tomorrow, you know that it continues. It doesn't die as when you're going out. So are there some opportunities for young people in your organization? Because actually you have a team and you work with that team, which aids you people to transfer your influence. So what about those opportunities that are amongst them?
We have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of opportunities because the ICT world is very vast, and for you to make it in the ICT world, you must specialize. Don't think that you can do hardware, you can do software, you do networking. At the end, you just be wasting time. You will not be have time to sleep. You will not be able to satisfy your customers, and in fact, at a certain point, you'll be discouraged and you may certainly give up. But the opportunities that we have now, we have software. We do training on software because we hire experts too. We do training on software. We have a hardware technician. Presently now we have two workers that we're working with. We have a secretary and a technician that is regular in our company to handle all technical issues and software. But we take training in the ICT generally because we are connected to people. Like I said, in LinkedIn, we have a lot of professionals that we are connected to. That if we want to do hardware and we don't have an expert on that particular, because hardware too is very broad, we don't have an expert, we'll be able to link up with someone and hire the person to come and train under our enterprise. And we do general comments. That general comments is to make sure that we sell at very good prices. We sell at very good prices so that those who are ICT lovers can be able to join the train and we work together. GIS is another domain. That's the one I really master so much. I'm a professional in it. With GIS, we train people on software, modern softwares like ArcGIS, QGIS, and other stuff, so map production, database, that you can be able to put the knowledge that you have acquired in school into practice. Because when you are in school, your head is blocked. You just reason like, no, when I will leave school, I'll be a big man. I'm doing masters now. When I finish masters, I'm supposed to be a great man. When you finish, you understand that you need to work. When you graduate, that's where you start life. Your parents are like, no, you're already a degree holder, you have a master's. Go into the world and help us. Maybe they're already getting old and they expect so much from you. So we sell computers so that we can be able to help people. Since almost everything, whether you're doing agriculture, or you are doing, if you are frying even groundnut and you want to sell in large quantities, you need to go into the digital world and empower yourself so that you can be able to go far. So basically that's what we offer for now, and we have a lot of services that will be coming up as time unfolds.
Okay, that's really great and a lot to stop there. So what's your general advice to young people? Most of us, the world has to do with communication, is digital, and most of us are into businesses, some are schooling. In line with your career, what's your advice to youths out there and also as well?
The first thing I can say is that as a young person, especially between the ages of 20 to 30, try to form a team. Being a CEO is good, but after the title, what next? When you form a team, you see the result. Working with a team too is another challenge. To work with a team is very, very difficult. There are people in the team that maybe they put in a little amount of money, just like they have that mindset of this online marketing. Like put 100,000 today, get 100,000 tomorrow. In a business, in the entrepreneurship setting, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You need to be patient. When you're starting a business, you should start the time that you start thinking about gain. That you start thinking, not that you are already expecting. You start thinking that you have gain. It should be from 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. But if you have the mindset of starting a business today, maybe in the next month you'll be able to pay workers from the gain that you are making, and you move on, then it's better that you can. In fact, it's better you just take the money, go somewhere and enjoy, because you waste the money. You waste the money. You will not have any result. To be frank, you will not have any result. So set your goals, form a team, get a mentor, and you are good to go.
That's beautiful. So we should not chase money, we chase the vision first, and the money will follow, right?
Yes. Solve a problem. When you focus in solving a problem, money will come. But when you chase money, you keep chasing money and you will never, because you are following money, you'll be unconscious. You'll not be able to know exactly what the next step to take. And you discover that you follow money, you make money. You can make 5 million today. Tomorrow, you are even running at a deficit. You make 5 million, you just feel like you have already made it in life. You order goods in China and you fall in the hands of scammers, and you're off. Without a vision and a dream and a mission, you're off. You can even die because it's really terrible.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Please, can we have your contact? We want to get to you, or platforms where you're visible.
We have a website that we're running, K Global Tech Limited. We are on Instagram, K Global Tech Limited, TikTok, K Global Tech Limited, Facebook page, K Global Tech Limited, LinkedIn. We are still building the business account there. I have my personal account in LinkedIn. My names in LinkedIn are Kuma Godlove, Afanda.
Okay, thank you.
And my phone number that you can get to me directly on WhatsApp or on call is 653-264850. Let me take it again. 653-264850. That is my number. And for those who like orange, I can give them an orange number. Even though most people don't use orange, but let me just give an orange number: 656-897921. That is my orange number. It's not on WhatsApp. The first one is on WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's put it off for the Okay, over to you, Madam Clotilda.
Thank you so much, Miracle and Rosemary, for explaining the interview that led us to know about Inspire Africa and King Global Technology. We are going to stay a bit with Sujesh Charisma to tell us how young people can position themselves for opportunities and how they can become assets in a value-driven society. briefly you tell us.
All right, so maybe I should just give us some 5 keys that will help us to position ourselves for opportunities. The first thing I want to say is just a recapitulation of a lot of things we've been saying. It has to do with developing yourself or building your person. I think of all the things that you need to build, the greatest one is yourself. Of all the work that you can do, the greatest one is working on yourself. So if you work on yourself, a lot of things will come to you almost naturally. Yes, build yourself. And building yourself means taking advantage of programs of this nature. Please, let's clap for the host of this program. Yes. It also means taking advantage of books. I recommend books wherever I go because books have made me the man that I am. And if you fall in love with books and fall in love with knowledge, you will always have something to offer. You will not become obsolete in an ever-changing world. The second thing that is very, very important is developing the right networks. Yes, developing the right networks is very, very important. Every opportunity that you are seeking for is connected to people. And one of the ways to have access to these opportunities is to work on your interpersonal skills. You should be able to build healthy relationships and healthy networks. And it's not as if everybody that you come across should be someone who is part of your contact list. Yes, you should make associations very selectively. You should be intentional about having what I call a chain of value in the name of the friends that you have. People who give to you and people who can take from you. Because a relationship is a two-way track. Yes, I give something to you and I also take something from you. It's very, very important. The next thing I want to say, which is very important, is that you should take time to build something before you brand. You should build authentic value before you jump into branding. Because a lot of people are exaggerating their value and the value of what they do. Yes, so and social media has made that possible. Yes, people tell you that they do this, they do that. Somebody lives in California and then works in Bamenda. All right? I don't know how that happens. I don't know how possible that is. But that's the kind of thing I see on social media today. People amplify their value. You know, someone who is doing very little on ground is giving you the impression that they've been working for 20 years, for 30 years, and these people may not even be doing anything whatsoever. My brother was talking about the proliferation of NGOs and companies and different companies, and it's really something that needs attention. We need to pay attention to this. Yes, people have the tendency to amplify whatever it is that they are doing, and some of these people are actually jobless. Some of them are actually broke, but I call them keyboard warriors. They fight their fights behind keyboards, and they give the world the impression that they are doing so well, and yet they need a lot of help. The next thing which I want to recommend very much is something that has already been recommended, but I want to amplify it. The element of mentorship. And mentorship is in different dimensions. You can have more than one mentor, but don't have more than one mentor in the same field. All right? So there are different fields. And if you're going to succeed, whatever your passion is, you need to find somebody who has made it and is making it in that domain and submit under them. And when you submit under them, also give them the pedagogic license to teach you. Sometimes we don't learn because we give the people who are teaching us the impression that we know it already. Yes, sometimes the greatest enemy of learning is I know. Before you want to tell the person one new thing, the person tells you I know, and it becomes difficult to teach the person. There are a lot of people who have mentors, but those mentors are not helping them become better. All they have is a reputation that they have a great man as a mentor. But that relationship between a mentor and a mentee that leads to the transference of virtue and qualities is not there. Because most of us, when we go to choose mentors, we choose mentors not recognizing that the same thing that attracts you to the mentor might be the same reason why they will not be available to you. So you have to be realistic in choosing mentors. You can choose a person who is too busy to be available to you. The same thing you admire may be the reason why he will not be available to mentor you. So let's be realistic. And when you choose a mentor, 3 key things I want to talk about that will help you to maximize mentorship. The first one is transparency. The second one is availability. The third one is accountability. And still under accountability, there are 3 sub-points. The first one is reporting. The second one is consulting. The third one is informing. You cannot say a person is your mentor if you are not open to them about your struggles, about your hopes, about your limitations. You will not get as much help as you should have. Okay? The last thing I want to talk about, which I consider to be very, very crucial, has to do with your relationship with God. Your relationship with God. Build a solid relationship with God. One of the greatest things that you will need in your life is discernment. And you cannot have discernment if you are not connected to the God who can enable you to discern. Discernment will help you to know which opportunities are not for you. Because not every opportunity that comes your way is your portion. Not everything that is good for you. So when you discern, it will help you to know the right people to have in your life. There are people who come into your life only for a season. And when their role is over, they should use the door.
Yes.
And that's what it really means by having discernment. Discernment will also help you to know where you should be at any point in time and what you should be doing with your life. Alright? So these are some things that can help you to properly position yourself. I was missing out something, Madame Chloe. Please permit me to say this. One of the greatest assets that you have as a person is your character. Your character is the greatest business capital that you can have as a person. If you have solid, impeccable integrity as a person, you have found a way to unending business opportunities.
Powerful.
Competence can get you a job. Character can get you fired. Are we together? Beauty can get you a proposal and an engagement ring. Character can land you in divorce. Alright? And we could go on and on and on and on. But the greatest asset that a person can boast about in leadership and in every other thing that we can talk about is your character. And your character is not who people think you are. Who people think you are is your reputation. Your character is really who you are. And if you come to the place where you are a person of integrity, it will actually mean that you don't have a private life. Who you are in the private is who you are in public. What we see is what we get. We can judge a book by the cover if we are dealing with a person of integrity. And when you're a person of integrity, you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to prove, you have nothing to be embarrassed about.
Straight.
You are consistent, you are the same person wherever you go. And only that which is consistent can be trusted. So people can trust you if you are consistent. Not that you have one face you use on Sunday, another face you use when you are in school, another face you use when you come to a program like this, and at the end of the day you are suffering from a bipolar disorder. Because bipolar means 2 poles. Alright, you are bipolar. Integrity means that you are 1 pole and not bipolar. Remember this, life is poured into your cup only once, so drink responsibly.
Can you put clap? That's the whole master class.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's been the 13th edition of Dating Show. We have been talking dare to multiply the influence of your talents. And we gave some principles, our guests gave some principles as connecting with God. You need to have a relationship with God. Discovering your talents, training your talents by submitting under an available mentor, creating awareness about what you're doing. Because if the world doesn't know what you're doing, they can't get to you for what you can offer. Then, equally, networking, having the right relationships, and becoming highestly a servant leader. I hope we learned. So now I'm sure we have some questions that we want to ask our guests. You all listen to them, you all follow them. So do we have questions for us? Let me see those who have questions. Put up your hand, and if you're